Good afternoon, and welcome to the Public Service Commission of South Carolina. We are here today on Thursday, October 12th at 2 p.m. for our regularly scheduled commission meeting. Let's take a roll call of commissioners. Present in the hearing room, we have Vice Chair Powers, Commissioner Caston, and Chair Belser. With us virtually, we have Commissioner Carolee Williams, Commissioner Justin Williams, Commissioner Thomas, and Commissioner Irvin. Before we begin our agenda, I invite you to join me for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Scarborough.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, Vice Chair Powers and Commissioners. First item of business is to set the next regularly scheduled business meeting. Staff recommends that the next commission business meeting be scheduled for Thursday, October 26th, 2023 at 2 p.m.
We'll set our next regularly scheduled business meeting for Thursday, October 26th at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Today we have 13 items on our utilities agenda and 8 items on the transportation agenda. Item number 1 appears in docket number 2023-318C. This is a request from Piedmont Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Time Warner Cable Information Services, South Carolina, LLC, for approval of the interconnection agreement between Piedmont Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and South Carolina Telecommunications Group Holdings, LLC, doing business as Spirit Communications.
I believe that's requesting adoption of the that previously filed interconnection agreement. Is that correct?
It is. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the item identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Irvin is recognized.
Thank you. I move the commission adopt the interconnection agreement between Piedmont Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Time Warner Cable Information Services, South Carolina, LLC, which adopts the terms and conditions of the interconnection agreement approved on September 25th, 2017 between Piedmont Rural Telephone Cooperative and the South Carolina Telecommunications Group Holdings, LLC, doing business as Spirit Communications, in docket number 2017-302-C. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Irvin. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll start with a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers?
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 2 is in docket number 2023-320C. This is a request from West Carolina Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Time Warner Cable Information Services, South Carolina, LLC, for approval of the adoption of the interconnection agreement between West Carolina Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Charter FiberLink, SC-CCO, LLC.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 2 is identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
I move that the commission approve the interconnection agreement between Western Carolina Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Time Warner Cable Information Services, South Carolina, LLC, which adopts the terms and conditions in the interconnection agreement approved on May 9th, 2019 between West Carolina Rural Telephone Cooperative Incorporated and Charter FiberLink SC CCO LLC and docket number 2018-145-C. So move. And in the event, Madam Chair, that I said Western Carolina, I meant to say West Carolina.
I think you corrected it.
Okay.
But it'll reflect West Carolina.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 3 appears in docket number 2010-355C. This is a request from Mobility LLC to amend its certificate of public convenience and necessity to read Bolden Networks US LLC and for waiver of publication.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 3, as identified, is there a motion?
Chair Belzer, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
Thank you. I move that the commission approve the request of Mobility LLC to change its name on its certificate of public convenience and necessity from Mobility LLC to Bolden Networks US LLC, and to update the commission's records, thus resulting in the issue of an updated certificate from the commission. The company's name change does not entail any restructuring, merger, or other transaction impacting the corporate existence or management of the company, and it will not affect the service or rates provided to the customers of the company. I move that the commission further grant the request of waiver for any publication requirement related to this name change because the company does not have any end user customers in South Carolina. I move that the commission direct the company to provide notice of this name change to all customers. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Carol Lee Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 4 appears in docket number 2017-15C, which is a confidential interruption of service report filed with the Federal Communications Commission by Frontier Communications of the Carolinas, LLC.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 4, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Vice Chair Powers.
thank you very much. I move that the commission accept for filing a copy of the interruption of service report filed by Frontier Communications Carolinas LLC with the Federal Communications Commission. I further move that the commission maintain the support from the company as confidential due to the commercially sensitive and proprietary information contained in that report. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Vice Chair Powers.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 5 was deleted from the agenda, so moving on to item number 6, which is in docket number 2023-154E, which is a motion filed on behalf of the South Carolina Coastal Conservation League and the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy, that the confidential version of Anna Summers' direct testimony and Exhibit AS3 be treated as confidential.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 6, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas is recognized.
I move the commission grant the motion requesting that the confidential version of Anna Summers' direct testimony and Exhibit AS3 be treated as confidential, as filed on behalf of South Carolina Coastal Conservation League and Southern Alliance for Clean Energy. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Thomas. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 7 also appears in docket number 2023-154E. This is a request filed on behalf of Sierra Club for confidential treatment of Debbie Glick's direct testimony.
We've heard utilities agenda item 7 is identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Justin Williams is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that the direct testimony of Debbie Glick be treated as confidential as requested by the Sierra Club.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion made by Commissioner Justin Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
The chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Item number 8 is in docket number ND-2023-18E. This is a request from the Office of Regulatory Staff for confidential treatment of its examination report in this docket.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 8 is identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I have a motion.
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
Thank you. On September 27, 2023, the Office of Regulatory Staff filed its report concerning its examination of Duke Energy Progress, LLC, as requested by Commission Order Number 2023-262, and requested confidential treatment unless or until the Commission rules that such information is not entitled to protection from public disclosure or is exempted pursuant to South Carolina Code Annotated Regulation 103-823.2, Section F. The report submitted by ORS contains material that the company labeled as confidential during the discovery process, which ORS redacted such information in the public version of the report in accordance with South Carolina Code Annotated Section 58-4-55, Section A. The report also contains certain customer data from the company as required by South Carolina Code Annotated Regulations 103-823.2. I move the Commission grant the request of the Office of Regulatory Staff for confidential treatment of this report. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair Powers. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
I also vote aye, and the motion carries.
Item number 9 is in docket number ND-2023-25A. This is a request from Lockhart Power Company for clarification of Commission Directed Order number 2023-702, issued on September 20th, 2023.
We've heard utilities agenda item 9 identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Thomas.
on September the 28th, 2023, Lockhart Power Company filed a letter in this matter requesting clarification on whether Directive Order number 2023-702 expressly applies to electric utilities with 100,000 or more customers. I move that the Commission modify and amend Directive Order number 2023-702 to clarify that it applies to electric utilities with 100,000 or more customers. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Thomas. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll start with a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. The motion carries.
Item number 10 appears in docket number 2023-243G. This item involves Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated's annual update on natural gas energy efficiency programs and its petition to update its gas DSM rider without notice or hearing.
With regard to utilities agenda item 10, is there a motion?
Chair Bell, sir, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams is recognized.
Thank you. I move that the commission approve the update to Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated's natural gas energy efficiency programs and update to the gas DSM, which stands for Demand Side Management Rider, as modified and recommended by the Office of Regulatory Staff in its corrected review dated October 9th, 2023. Further, I move that the commission require Dominion to include a bill insert to all affected customers with the first billing cycle in November or as soon as practicable thereafter to explain the new gas DSM energy efficiency fee being assessed on the customer bills. Dominion has requested to be able to amend, modify, expand, or add measures to its online store for gas customers to maintain parity of incentives between its gas customers and its electric customers. Dominion has also asked for authority to offer its Thermwise Neighborhood Energy Efficiency Program, also known as NEEP, to as many low-income customers who wish to participate. I move that Dominion be granted such flexibility to amend, modify, expand, or add measures only to the extent necessary to maintain equal incentives between the gas and electric customers for the same efficiency measures. Any change, amendment, or expansion must be reported to the commission for informational purposes. I move that Dominion be afforded the authority to offer its Thermwise Neighborhood Energy Efficiency Program, NEEP, to as many low-income customers who wish to participate. However, should the NEEP program cost or participation exceed 125% of the originally forecasted measure, Dominion shall file a notice with the commission, and the commission retains authority to curtail further expansion of the NEEP program participation. I note that these programs are fairly new, and the participation rate in the programs was very modest during the first period of implementation, as reported in the application for recovery of the expenses in this docket. In consideration of the limited information available at the time of the application and review, I move that the commission instruct Dominion to report the updated participation rates for these programs on February 1st, 2023, using the most up-to-date information available at the time, along with the EM&B data from late November of 2023 and updated cost test reports. Finally, in future annual updates to this rider, Dominion shall provide current EM&B report data at the same time as the filed request. I so move.
Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Carroll Williams. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Commissioner Irvin is recognized.
Thank you. Commissioner Carroll Williams, are you moving that the commission instruct Dominion to report and update participation rates for these programs February 1 of 2023 or 2024?
You are right. Thank you very much. I would like to move that it be 2024, February 1, 2024. And while I'm talking, let me just note that, this is a brand new program, and but the participation rates were very low. And so the thought behind this mid-year report is that this gives us and the company a chance to take a pause and look at how things are going. And then the request for the EM&B report to happen in the future with the annual report is just to get that report that measures the success of the program timed with the annual report so that we can see both together. And I note for the record that the company told us that the EM&B report is going to be finished at the end of November, and to us by the end of November 2023. So the timing of these just needs to get in sync so that we've got the information when we're reviewing it next fall, in addition to February 1st of 2024. Thank you, Commissioner Urban, and I realize I just took some of your time to give some of my explanatory comments. Thank you.
So would you accept a friendly amendment changing the date to February 1, 2024?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
As you've accepted the friendly amendment, the motion will be reflected will reflect the amendment. Commissioner Carroll Williams, I would just note that in order 20 22-644, I think that's the order that approved these, this gas program, that the that order specified that the, EM&V report would be, reported annually coincident with the DSM EE rider updates. As I read what Dominion had submitted, it was just because of the short, this is really the first year and short time frame, and really just participation just starting was the reason that the EM&V report was not included, but it will be forthcoming shortly. I would also note, and only because I was sitting at my desk and looking at the DMS today, that Dominion did file a letter this morning agreeing with the adjustments proposed by ORS in its corrected report. Dominion agreed for purposes of this proceeding only, and they're not waiving any right to challenge any adjustments in any upcoming proceedings related to this. And I would also note that with that letter, Dominion also filed the revised rider that would reflect them accepting ORS's adjustments for this docket, just for information.
So, Madam Chair,
Commissioner Caston?
so with all that stated and understood, the only thing that's really being, I guess, added or an addition here outside of that order would be the February 1st, 2024 date and item, correct?
That is new, and then, well, Dominion had requested authority to offer the Thermwise neighborhood energy efficiency program, and I believe ORS concurred in that, did they not?
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
and just because Dominion concurred with ORS's report doesn't mean we have to, but anyway, it is a reduction, so we can look at it that way. Anything further?
Chair Belzer,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you for the update and the clarification on the EM&V report. It just seemed wise to go ahead and note it at this point and just make it as clear as possible. So,
Certainly
thank you.
makes Dominion aware of expectations, which I think everybody always appreciates, or I hope they do. That's how it's intended, I think.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Anything further, commissioners? Hearing no further discussion, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Carolee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers?
Aye.
I vote aye as well. The motion carries.
Item number 11 appears in docket number 2019-108G. Staff presents for commission consideration acceptance of filing of the 33rd Amendment to the U.S. Department of Defense contract for Fort Jackson, filed on behalf of Dominion Energy South Carolina, Incorporated.
With regard to utilities agenda item 11, is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Justin Williams is recognized.
Madam Chair, fellow commissioners, I move that the commission accept for filing the 33rd Amendment to the United States Department of Defense contract at Fort Jackson as filed by Dominion Energy South Carolina, Incorporated.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Justin Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers?
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 12 appears in docket number 2005-83A. Staff presents for commission consideration those documents that are marked as confidential or contain redacted information, but are not accompanied by a motion for confidential treatment.
With regard to utilities agenda item 12, do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Caston?
Thank you. By order number 2005-226, dated May 6, 2005, the Commission addressed the filing of confidential information and required persons filing confidential information to clearly mark and segment such confidential information, and in addition to the confidential document, to also file a redacted or public version of such document with the Commission. In order number 2020-490, dated July 12, 2020, the Commission amended order number 2005-226 by requiring persons filing confidential information to mark the confidential information clearly and conspicuously, while at the same time ensuring the confidential material remains readable. Recently, filings have been made with neither a motion for confidential treatment nor request for confidential treatment, and a cover letter has been made. Additionally, motions for confidential treatment have been filed in the sealed envelope containing the confidential documents. Parties need to be aware that personnel in the clerk's office who are responsible for posting matters to the docket management system do not open the envelope containing the confidential documents, and any motion included in the envelope containing the confidential documents will at the least be delayed and quite possibly missed. To further clarify the procedure and to ensure motions or requests for confidential treatment of sensitive information are addressed, I move that the Commission amend the procedures contained in order number 2005-226 and order number 2020-490 to require any party or person filing documents containing confidential information for which confidential treatment is sought must file contemporaneously with the document either a motion or request for confidential treatment. The motion or request may be either a separate motion or included in a cover letter, but such motion or request must set forth the grounds for granting confidential treatment. Further, the motion or request for confidential treatment must be filed on the DMS with a public version of the document and not filed in the envelope containing the confidential version of the document. And finally, I move that the Commission instruct the clerk's office to reject and return any filing with redacted information submitted to the Commission that is not accompanied by a motion or request for confidential treatment. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Commissioner Caston, I think the motion is self-explanatory, but I do note that because there has been confidential information filed and no accompanying motion or request in a cover letter, there have been instances where the Commission addressing confidentiality of certain information has been missed. And like you noted, to put the motion in the, they can put a copy of the motion in the envelope with the confidential information, but the clerk's office doesn't see that to notify us that we have something we need to rule on. So they need to, at a minimum, put it on the DMS. The extra part would be putting it in the envelope, but that's just, I understand that parties don't understand or aren't aware of the routing processes here at the Commission of how documents are received. So,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Commissioners, any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams. I think you're mute.
Aye.
Thank you, and I vote aye, and the motion carries.
Item number 13 appears in docket number 2023-154E, which is a motion for admission pro hoc vici of Christina Andreen Tidwell, Esquire, on behalf of the South Carolina Coastal Conservation League and the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 13, do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Irvin is recognized.
thank you. I move that the Commission grant the motion for admission pro hoc vici of Christiana Andreen Tidwell, Esquire, as requested on behalf of the South Carolina Coastal Conservation League and the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Irvin. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Powers,
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries.
Madam Chair, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. Moving on to the motor carrier agenda, items numbered 1 through 8 in Part A are requests for new Class C certificates. Staff recommends that these items be taken together, and I will review them for the commission. Item number 1 appears in docket number 2023-321T, which is the application of Love and Touch Transportation, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 2 is in docket number 2023-322T, which is the application of Mother's Beloved Treasures, LLC, for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 3 is in docket number 2023-323T. This is the application of Angels to Your Door, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate.
Mr. Scarborough, would
Yes,
you
ma'am.
read the name of that carrier again, please?
Angels to Your Door In-Home Care, LLC.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 is in docket number 2023-324T. This is the application of Good Samaritan Medical Transport Services, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 5 is in docket number 2023-325T. This is the application of a Prime Time Home Care Agency, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 6 is in docket number 2023-326T. This is the application of Mount Pleasant Limo for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 7 is in docket number 2023-327T. This is the application of Adult Day Activities Samaritans, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. And item number 8 is in docket number 2023-328T. This is the application of J&W Corporation of Greenwood for a Class C charter certificate.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. Commissioners, we've heard the motor carrier items identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I have a motion.
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the commission approve the applications for Class C certificates and items numbers A1 through A8 as listed by Mr. Scarborough. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Vice Chair Powers.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
The chair votes aye, and the motion carries.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. As previously noted, we will hold our next regularly scheduled commission business meeting on Thursday, October 26th at 2 p.m. And with that, we wish everyone safe travels, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.